Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Tia. Glad you could join me here today. Welcome back to all of you who are returning. Glad to have you back. I am an intuitive empath, a psychic medium, an energetic healer. I carry the violet flame of healing. I'm also an angelic human and am on the twin flame journey. I offer that as a brief introduction to myself if you're new here. And for those of you returning, just a brief refresher. I don't often share that information at the beginning of every video. But I've been feeling the need and have been encouraged to share more about myself. If you are new here, then please know that what brings me to this platform are my gifts. It's part of my soul mission here in this reality at this time to use my gifts and talents to be a support for other people on their awakening pathway, on their soul journey through this lifetime. So that is my intention here with this channel. If these messages do resonate for you, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments how they resonated for you, what you took away from it. I'd love to get your feedback. And if you're interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description box. Please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to move forward and get into these messages. If you're returning, then you may have noticed that it's been a while since I posted here on YouTube. I was energetically drawn away from social media to really focus on my own soul growth and to work with my children as they closed out the school year in a homeschool setting. That was great fun, as I'm sure many of you got a chance to experience. But I was drawn back very heavily last week. I felt a big shift in the energies a couple of days preceding the new moon in Gemini, and then they got really palpable when that new moon manifested. So I'm being called back. There's a lot of transformative energy coming into the earth plane at this time. There's a lot of divine assistance coming in for all of us. And I was pulled back to do readings so that those messages could be shared for you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump into it. This reading is for Taurus. So Taurus, we're going to check in. Okay. Spirit has been guiding me which decks, and we're going to start with this deck, which is relatively new for me, and I love it. We're going to get overall energies for Taurus Spirit. How are they starting this new phase? New moons are about new cycles beginning. And Gemini, the Gemini in the zodiac is really about the human experience, right? And the energies as I have been experiencing them are really about big shifts in how we live our lives in these human shells. So big human transformations on individual and collective levels. Let's check in for Taurus Spirit. How are they experiencing these shifts? And we have, I'm sorry, I can't see this. The Two of Swords, thank you. King of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. So, feeling a little nervous, Taurus, like not able to see or understand what is going to happen. I'm hearing in the earth plane. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a very weird time, isn't it? Like not knowing what's happening with the lockdowns in our societies, in our world, civilization, not knowing how this is going to unfold, not being able to see what's coming. It's creating some anxiety and frustration I am hearing. There is also indicated, though, that there's sort of a sense with the Two of Swords is about trusting, trusting what you can't see. And so there is a little bit of an energy, and I think it's supported here by the King of Cups, of kind of accepting things as they are, trusting in the divine, knowing that everything will unfold as it's supposed to. There's a little bit of that energy here for you as well, Taurus. The King of Cups it indicates that too, because it's, you know, King of Cups is really very emotionally balanced. Very emotionally balanced. Holding your own, I'm hearing. Being okay despite everything. You know, the King of Cups holds themselves in an emotional balanced place, emotionally checked, regardless of what's happening in the external world. And then the Five of Pentacles here. So there is a little bit of back and forth here, right? Between this Two of Swords, King of Cups, then the Five of Pentacles, which is an energy that's about difficulty. It's an energy about instability in the physical plane, right? And bring that again. Yeah, big shifts in the physical reality. Shifts, so fives are about transformation, okay? Fives are about change, right? And sometimes it's through change. It's when the balance is upset, when the apple cart is upset, that we experience hardship, challenge, loss. But it's those experiences that really yield an immense amount of growth. And they yield, more than anything, transformation and change. And that's what's coming in right now. So certainly you're exactly where you need to be, Taurus. So let's look in. All right, and I am sticking with this deck. I'm going to clarify this Two of Swords. Let's start there, Spirit. Tell us more about the Two of Swords here for Taurus. Give us more. Why is that here? Tell us more about this. Knight of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Sorry, six. I was like, that's not right. Six. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. So yeah, so a lot of mental energy here. You know, not knowing what's coming down the road is creating some mental anxiety. But really, like, framed by the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands, there is movement through these energies. And kind of like what I was saying before, like there's sort of an energy of accepting things as they are and sort of moving forward anyway. You know, the Knight of Wands is very passionate energy. It takes action. It's moving forward despite, you know, whatever the weather happens to be. And there's sort of a combination. Let me look at this a little bit more. Is that rain or is that... No, okay, so scratch that. I thought that for a second that might be rain. But the Nine of Wands is an energy of taking action. So there's movement here. There's movement here. Regardless of the fact that you don't know what's going on and it is creating some mental anxiety for you, it's not holding you down. There is some trust and acceptance that you have, and that's pushing you forward past these anxieties and doubts. And what ultimately will come if you get to this place of just trust and you maintain that place of acceptance is victory and success. Tell us more about this Six of Wands here, Spirit. What success is coming down the road here for Taurus if they continue to take this action? And it's great, you know, you're taking action despite the mental anguish, right? Despite the mental energies. You're not giving into those completely. Tell us more about this Six of Wands, Spirit. What are they... going to be successful with? I'm hearing 2. Closing out the cycle. So it's stay the course here, Taurus. You know, yes, you can't see what's coming. It's creating some anxiety. It's creating some fear. You don't like not knowing what's coming down the road. Again, these blinded crows with the blindfolds on, you know, but what is coming is success over these mental energies. They're closing out, indicated with this 9 of Swords. That's a cycle that's coming to an end. 9s are about closing cycles, as is the world. So what you have to gain here with this 6 of Wands, what you're going to be successful with, victorious over, is overcoming your anxiety. Being the King of Cups. You know, when we get hold of our fears and our anxieties, when they no longer have any power over us, we find emotional balance. And it's in that place of balance that we are leaders, that we are nurturers, that we wield our power fairly and justly. This is the king, right? It's not without reason that it holds this place. So, and that's what you're going to be victorious over, is you're closing out that cycle. Maybe and I'm getting more trust in the divine, more trust. Like, I am getting that you're already someone who has faith. You're a person of faith, maybe, you know, however that works for you. It's different for everyone. But what's really going to unfold for you here is like how really trusting the divine, really trusting what you know, which is that we're spiritual beings here to have these experiences, to cultivate divine wisdom for ourselves so that our soul ascends to the higher levels. And that's really, really what you have to gain here. Let's check in on this King of Cups here. Spirit, tell us more about the King of Cups. For Taurus, tell us more about this King of Cups. Here. Interesting. I'm hearing something about rules. Rules. So we'll get maybe more, that'll be more clear. Tell us more about the King of Cups, Spirit. 3, the Magician, the Page of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah. So when you close out this cycle of anxiety and worry and fear, and you move into this place where you're more emotionally balanced, what you're going to find is that you have this very strong inherent ability to manifest whatever it is that you're wanting and desiring that aligns with your highest truth and greatest joy. You're going to manifest that into the physical. It is going to come in the form of a new connection, a new love offer coming in for you, Taurus. Strong energy coming in through my crown chakra. I'll take that as a confirmation of that message. And the other thing that is going to come through for you under this King of Cups is stability in the physical plane. 8 of Pentacles is very, very abundant. And the other thing that will shift and change is maybe a hyper focus on one way to be abundant, and an understanding of how abundance manifests in so many varying ways here in the earth plane. Maybe that's not a perspective you've really had before, but it's certainly something you're going to come into realizing. Super powerful energy here. This is the new cycle that you're moving into. You're going to be receiving some communication, again, that love offer. And this is something that you're drawing in. So it's by letting go of fear, which is an illusion that is meant to keep us deterred from our authentic truth in this reality. Fear is an illusion. Let go of it. When you're able to transcend the fears, whatever they are, however they manifest for you, you will create the field of trust for yourself in that divine plan, and it's going to energetically draw like a magnet this new love offer into your field, as well as abundance in the physical. I am getting for some of you that there is also going to be potentially a new work offer coming in. That might be also indicating some of this anxiety that you're experiencing over here. You know, maybe there's been a lot of not being able to, you know, with the restrictions and everything that's happening, you know, maybe struggling financially, struggling with abundance in the earth plane. Maybe that's something that you've been worrying about. How am I going to get through this time? And what Spirit has to show you is that if you can let go of that fear, which really is all trapped in doubt, right, is not realizing and not accepting the truth, which is that you're a divine being and that Spirit is not going to drop you. You're going to get through this fine. When you can open up and accept that truth and let go of all this nonsense, then you're going to cultivate that energetic field for yourself, and you're going to draw in that work opportunity that's going to be going to yield an immense amount of success for you, abundance. Right on. So because this is so strange, this sort of movement from difficulty to the new phase where there's all this positive energy, and then to backtrack a little bit with this Five of Pentacles. So let's get more about that. Spirit, tell us about this Five of Pentacles here. Why is this here? Seems like such great movement. Then why is that there? Tell us about this. Tell us more about this Five of Pentacles. Why is this here? The Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Fool. That's so interesting. So what I am getting here with this Taurus is that so you're moving into this new cycle. You're going to manifest these opportunities. New cycles have their own challenges. Right here with the Five of Pentacles, this is indicating some struggle. This is indicating some instability in the physical plane. And what I'm getting is that when we're starting in a new cycle of being, a new cycle of consciousness, a new cycle of approaching our lives in a completely different way, there is some challenge. There are some difficulties. And what I'm getting with this Nine of Cups is that one of the challenges is your ability to move into a place where you are the master of your own destiny, where you are the king here, and you're not looking outward to someone else to support the opportunities to yield you abundance and love and happiness. The nines are all about self-mastery. So what I'm getting here is that there's going to be some challenge with making the leap to a place of self-reliance, self-fulfillment, self-mastery, and being able to believe that you can cultivate all of that for yourself, and that you're fully capable. You have everything you need to do this. All of that abundance that crow is sitting on, you can do that for yourself. Yeah, the Seven of Cups here, you difficulty with really believing that you have this ability in yourself, difficulty with accepting that all of your dreams can come true. There is also an energy here with feeling as though this is all just an illusion. I'm getting a couple of things with that. So for some of you, you're going to perceive everything happening in the external world through a new lens, and you're going to realize that there has been deception, illusion that has created all this anxiety for you. you're going to start to see through that, and I'm really glad you will. Here in the physical plane, you're going to understand that part of the challenges that you've been experiencing were all the result of illusion and deception, of trickery. And then for others of you, I'm getting that the illusions you're struggling here with this Five of Pentacles really have to do with your difficulty in perceiving yourself as someone, as the King of Cups, as the magician that can manifest anything and everything you've ever wanted. Difficulty with accepting that truth. And then the Fool. The Fool, again, is about trust. The Fool is about the new cycle. It's trust where you are in the new phase. Trust what's coming through for you. Take that risk. Leap out into the new paradigms, into the new adventures, into the new cycles. Yeah, that's what's underlying some of the difficulty here, is your ability to take a leap, to look at something new, to try something new, to consider the possibility of a different way of perception, of being, of doing, of generating abundance and love in the physical plane. You're having a hard time perhaps making that leap here, Taurus. Makes sense. Taurus, very grounded in the earth plane, and a lot of what is coming through here is asking you to trust in something beyond that earth plane. Something that you cannot perceive and feel, very tangible in the earth, in the physical reality. You can't necessarily see or feel or know by seeing that it's coming, right? You're in a very off-putting place here, Taurus. But that ultimately, it's by taking that risk that you will yield all this abundance for yourself, that you will call in that new love offer. You have to trust in the leap. That's what the Fool represents, is trusting in the leap, trusting in the journey. Okay, where should we look a little more, Spirit? I just looked at the clock and I got it 22, so that also is about creating balance and harmony. It is about new connections as well as stability. 2 and 2 is 4. 4s are about stability in the earth plane. So I'm getting a confirmation of those messages. Where should we look now, Spirit? Challenges. Okay, they're saying not necessarily clarifying, kind of with this stuff, like other challenges. So we know that certainly trusting. So let's look out into that. What is making it hard for you, Taurus, to trust this information, to trust yourself, to trust the plan, right? To trust that everything is going to be okay. Let's look into that, Spirit. Okay, I'm being called to this deck. Trust, Spirit. Oh, tell me, what is making it hard? Challenging. What is challenging, Taurus? What else? So we'll see here. It may be a clarification for what is making it hard to make the leap. Tell me more, Spirit, about what is challenging, Taurus. What's holding Taurus back? What needs to be released and let go of because it's no longer serving Taurus, and they have this new cycle of abundance and joy and love to be stepping into. So challenges, Spirit, what is holding Taurus back? The 3 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, I'm hearing 4, the 2 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. Wow, okay. Well, yeah, those are challenges for sure. So the 3 of Swords. So what's holding you back is fear of pain, fear of loss. Certainly that's part of the human experience. We've all experienced pain and loss. We've all experienced deception and betrayal. I am being called back to the illusions. So there is some grief at the hands of others. And that's part of what's holding you back, is you certainly don't want any more of that, do you? There's also, I'm being called again to this or was it Spirit, the Seven of Cups here, and with all this mental anxiety that started the reading, that phase that you're closing out, that there is some difficulty with accepting the illusions, right? You'll start to see it, you'll start to experience it, but there will still be some difficulty with accepting what you're seeing as truth. Like, you're going to see through the cracks, and it's going to be really hard for you to make that leap, because how could that have possibly happened? How could you have been deceived so? The Page of Page of Pentacles here is really telling me that one other thing, I'm not getting that it's necessarily connected, although it could be, to this Three of Swords. The Page of Pentacles, you know, there was some kind of offer in the physical plane that you were expecting. And this could be indicative of a relationship. It could be indicative of a job opportunity. We did get some of that earlier. So it's the expectation, letting go of that, letting go of what didn't come through in the physical for you, the offers that you didn't get. That's another thing that's holding you back. If it didn't transpire, if it didn't manifest in the physical reality, it wasn't supposed to. And it'll be really hard to let go of what we hold on to. See how the elephant is holding on to that, clutching that pentacle. Really wanted that. Didn't happen. Here's that Two of Swords. Again, came out again. You know, Two of Swords has been coming out a lot in the last couple of readings. There's a need for trust. Trusting the plan, trusting the divine, trusting these messages that are coming in for you, trusting your intuitive guidance that is showing you, that is helping you to see through the cracks of illusions. Right? And then the Seven of Wands, there is some defensive energy here. Again, I am getting for some of you an inability to accept what you're starting to see as real truth. It's just a really big leap to make. It's leaving you feeling very defensive and angry, right? I'm also getting that there is a perception, and that was coming through with another card too. Or am I confusing that with the previous reading, Spirit? I may be, but certainly here, a perception of being sort of attacked by other people. There's a lot of fiery energy. See how these sticks are coming at that center stick. And that for some of you, it's a perception in your mind. It's not necessarily what is real and what's happening. That's part of the illusion you'll start to see. And that for others of you, you'll actually start to see how you were being attacked by others circumstances or situations, maybe not even necessarily people, but by situations, how those were putting you in a place of having to anxiety and worry, and that there's a very hard time with starting to integrate what you're actually seeing. There's some resistance here. So what is also blocking you here, Taurus, is your own resistance to what you're seeing, to what you're perceiving, to what you're feeling. And there's also the unwillingness to let go of past hurts, to let go of what you didn't get, to let go of what you can't see coming, right? You're holding on kind of tightly to that. Let's get some guidance for you. What will help you move through this so that you can move into this, right? So that you can move in to this and the new cycle. What's going to help? Taurus Spirit, final guidance. I'm hearing 3. Final guidance for Taurus Spirit, 3. What's going to help them let go of past hurts and betrayals, or let go of their fear? I'm being reminded that it's a fear of that happening again is mostly what I'm getting. Maybe you've accepted the past hurts and betrayals, but you certainly don't want a repeat of that. And you know, it just I'm sorry to say it doesn't necessarily work like that. We overcome trials and tribulations, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to circle back around when we've evolved to another place so that we can experience them again and heal them again from a different perspective with new tools. That's part of the human experience. That's the truth of this evolutionary opportunity that we call human life here on Earth. Final guidance, I'm hearing 3. 4 of Earth, 9 of Water, and the Knowledge card. Final guidance for you, Taurus. Find a place of stability and balance in the earth plane. And this is really an energy that's about taking the actions, even if you don't see the results that you want right now. And see how this person, like, they're holding up that keystone. The arms have got to be burning. You see their face is cracked because it's hard. That those cracks and that blood is there to indicate visually the challenge this figure is having in holding up that support. You may be a support for others. You may be a parent. You may be the center of the family. That could also be indicated here. But what it's really saying here, final guidance, is to endure these challenges with grace. To trust. I'm also getting that, I'm hearing you're the keystone, to trust that, you are fully capable of manifesting. The Magician was here. Yes, you determine the outcome you want. You determine the experiences you're having in the earth plane. If you make the choice to stay stuck in mental anxiety, you're going to continue to cultivate that kind of energy in your field, and then you will attract that to you, right? That's part of the secret. and so if you make a decision, you start taking different actions, even if you're not necessarily feeling it, you will cultivate stability. You will cultivate balance. You will be able to move into this new cycle where you can manifest everything that you desire, where all of your wildest dreams can come true. The next guidance coming out for you, Taurus, is to take care of yourself. Have compassion. Again, there's another 9, so you're moving into a place of spiritual growth. You're moving into a place of self-knowledge. Self-growth. That's what the 9s are about. And this 9 of Water is really about nurturing self and loving self unconditionally. That will support you as well in letting go of fears, letting go of what you didn't get, letting go of disappointments, letting go of the fear of not being able to see what's coming down the road. That'll help you. Loving self. Being okay with even accepting your anxieties, and that's part of it too. Not beating yourself up for not seeing the illusions quicker. And then the Knowledge card, again, is guidance. And Spirit here is really this, you're moving into a period of self-knowledge and self-growth. And this is an encouragement to seek more information. Seek more understanding about your experiences. I'm being drawn back to the illusions. You're going to seek more, you're being encouraged to get more information. And I'm being, interesting, guided to, there's a reason why you are not able to see everything clearly. It has, and it's not all you. I'm hearing trappings of the world. You're being, it's being suggested to you that you seek information maybe outside of the context of your previous understanding, seeking knowledge from different sources. And that will help you further see through the cracks of illusion and step into this place of mastery where you're going to be able to manifest everything you've ever wanted for yourself. That's really, that's amazing. Super powerful, Taurus. are seeing through things though. There's big perspective shifts on the horizon. If you're not already having them, taking these actions will support you further and seeing things more clearly. I hope that these messages were helpful for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, please do let me know. If they did resonate for you, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment here. Let me know how it worked for you. Otherwise, I hope that you'll join me here on the channel again soon. Until then, many blessings.